Aloha everybody, and welcome to part 3 of Sonic Lost World. We are now at Windy Hill Zone 3 for the 3DS, and this is an entirely 2D level. We've had one of those already in the Wii U version with level 2, and you're going to notice from the gameplay, just looking at it with first glances, that the 3DS version is definitely a lot faster. That's the big complaint a lot of people have with the Wii U version, is that it moves pretty slow for a Sonic the Hedgehog game. When you think of Sonic the Hedgehog, you think of blinding speeds, boosting, and going super fast because he's an extreme hedgehog, and look at him go, whoa! You know. And the Wii U version's a little slower paced. Now, at first glance, it would seem the 3DS version is better because it's faster. I would disagree entirely that this is like the only good 2D level of the bunch. And when we start getting to the 2D levels of Frozen Factory, Sky Road 1, etc., these levels start to dip in quality rather quickly. Anywho, Zazz is back throwing his moon at us, and this time we're not actually attacking him, we're just dodging the moon until Zazz gets frustrated and goes away. Oh man, it's slowly bouncing. I walk under it.
You were lucky this time!
You were lucky this time! I mentioned this before, but that is Liam O'Brien providing the voice of Zazz, who is one of the Deadly Six, who are our main antagonists for this game, and we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of them later, but some real annoying quirk about the 2D sections, well, just the control in the 3DS version in general. You'll notice those booster pads take me back the way I came, and I would automatically start climbing that wall as soon as I hit it, by the way. I'm not holding the R button, which is the run button. I'm not holding that to get parkour. When you move super fast in the 3DS version, Sonic automatically climbs stuff, even when you don't want him to. Sky Road Act 1 is one of those levels where you're just constantly climbing things when you don't want to, because, like, it has a pinball gimmick, and when you hit the flippers, you just go up to a wall, and Sonic just immediately starts climbing. Whereas in the Wii U version, you actually have to hold the parkour button, and it can get freaking annoying when you're constantly climbing stuff you don't really want to climb, you know? It also sucks that, like, in the Wii U version, you can take really slow approaches to walls and then climb them. And in the 3DS version, you can't do that. If you take a small, tiny jump at a very slow pace, you don't start climbing the wall, and then you just fall to your bottomless pit or whatever. And I really don't like the parkour in the 3DS version. I think it's pretty finicky. And they really want you to, like, wall run up walls and get past to the speed booster so that you can get to your destination and stuff. Things you don't really do that often in the Wii U version. It's pretty clunky. Anyway, coming after this particular Zazz fight, they have a bad piece of level design, okay? Unless you're holding the spin dash down like I am, you're going to run into a booster pad that immediately uncurls Sonic right into a Motobug, and there's no way to dodge the Motobug. You're going to take damage from that if it's your first time playing. And again, you're not exploiting the trick that I know, which is once you start spin dashing, grab the spin dash button again, hold on to it, and you'll just constantly keep spin dashing forever. And that maintains even after you hit a booster pad. But I remember the first time I played this, I was trying to get S ranks in this particular level, and I didn't know about the spin dash trick yet. And that booster pad, after the second Zazz fight, always uncurls Sonic just as he's going to, like, the third Motobug. And that's kind of spotty, really shitty design, because in order to get an S rank in this level, you're basically guaranteed to have to collect all of the rings and hold on to them. And if you get hit and lose all your rings, well, you lost your S rank. You may as well just restart the whole fucking level. And I've already been playing for like 3-4 minutes. So that's 3-4 minutes of gameplay I gotta replay just to get the S rank. And I know some people don't care about rankings and stuff, but you know, I'm trying to be a perfectionist here. I'm trying to be a completionist here. Something I like about the Wii U version, unless you're doing the time trials, which are just get to the goal as fast as you can, there is no ranking in the Wii U version. You clear a level, it doesn't tell you, oh, that was a D performance, that was an E performance. No, you get your score, you end the level, you move on. And honestly, I think that's the policy that every single Sonic game should adopt from now on. Sonic Forces, whatever. Every game should, like, have... If you want to get an S rank, that's what the time trials and stuff are for, you know? I really like how Lost World does it. I like the fact that it's more like Sonic 4 or the Genesis Sonic games. It doesn't make me go, oh, I did really poor on that job. Or I did really poor on that level. Ugh. But either way, folks, we're heading to the final level of Windy Hill in the Wii U version, and we're going to meet up with our good friend Dr. Eggman.
Hey! I've been looking for you, Baldy McNosehair. Who are your friends?
Friends? These are nobody's friends. They are the Deadly Six, and they are your worst enemies. Zazz, show this blue pest how you do things up here. With pleasure. I've been itching for a fight all day.
I think you're itching because you need a bath.
Are you disrespecting me?
Maybe.
I'm gonna mess you up! I'd love to stay and watch him disassemble you, but I have business to attend to. I know the perfect spot to take care of you.
That's funny, because I know the perfect spot to kick you.
Let's see that spin dash in action. Woo! Hold the button, hold the button, hold the button. Look at me go! When you're trying to speedrun this game in the time trial mode, which is unlocked after you beat a level for the first time, spin dash is your friend, but it is a little bit hard to control, and you are going to run into stuff you don't want to run into, so I don't use it that often when I'm just casually playing through the levels. Besides, I'm trying to homing attack all these badniks so I can get some flickies, because, you know, the game warned me that I should be collecting these things. You all know it. Gotta get 5,000. And by the way, I'm also getting these red rings.
There's that little punk. I've been dreaming about pounding his sorry blue butt.
Oh my. Zazz, wait until Valentine's Day. But yeah, in the Wii U version, I am going to be going for all of the red rings because, just like Sonic Colors, in order to become Super Sonic and in order to collect all of the Chaos Emeralds, because there are Chaos Emeralds in the Wii U version, you have to collect every single red ring in the game. There are 5 in every single act, and contrary to what lots of people will tell you, there are like 3 annoying red rings in the whole entire game, but every other red ring is really easy to collect. They're not that hard to find, and it's especially easy to get 5 red rings in one zone so that you can open up one circus tent so that you can keep replaying that one circus tent over and over and over again to get an easy 5,000 flickies. So, you know. If you can't find any of the red rings in these 2D levels where they're plain and obvious and they're so clearly there, it's just like, I don't know. I thought Sonic fans liked exploration. I thought they liked finding things. Don't they love the classic Genesis games because of that? You can't find the red rings? Bullshit. I'll give you that Silent Forest 3 has a really annoying red ring, and that there is one related to pinball later that can be quite annoying, and there's maybe a billiards one, but for the most part, I think there are some pretty easy strategies to get most of these, and I don't think collecting all of the red rings is that big of a chore. There's like 2 or 3 that are kind of annoying. That's about it. Anyway, here we are with the Asteroid Wisp again. Again, in 2D mode, you can build up the jump by like holding the jump button. Like, you'll actually see the meteor go down a little bit, or sorry, the asteroid go down a little bit, and that like charges up the jump. And then I release, and if you push the jump button again in the sky, you can keep him hanging in the sky for a little bit longer, so you can move sideways for a brief period of time, and that's how Asteroid works. I don't believe it shows up again in the Wii U version. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's it for the Wii U Asteroid. Could be wrong about that. My memory has been spotty before, but I know we haven't seen the last of Asteroid in the 3DS version, because there's a really annoying Sky Road level. I'm sorry, I'll try to keep my bitching of the 3DS version to a minimum. I'm trying. Anyway, there's Zazz. You want to chase after him and watch out, because he's going to start chucking this moon at us. Very slowly, but still. Nowhere to hide, pink boy. Oh shit, we ran past him. Oh god! So just keep running and you'll be able to avoid him, no problem. Again, this looks a lot slower than the 3DS stuff, the first level we started this video off. But I honestly like the fact that the screen is pulled back far enough so that we can see things coming. And it's satisfying platforming even still. It's not the fastest Sonic game in the world, but whatever. Zazz dies in 2 homing attacks. As soon as he chucks the moon, you charge on him. And he goes to the other side of the screen after you hit him the first time. Pretty easy boss fight, and that is Zazz, ladies and gentlemen. At least in the Wii U version. Now we're taking on the 3DS version.
You're going home in a box!
You're awfully angry, aren't you? Once Zazz ground pounds, trying to ground pound where you are, you just homing attack him, and then you do a whole bunch of homing charges, just like you would in the Wii U version. And basically it takes 4 charge attack homing attacks here. 2 when he's on the moon, 2 when he's off, and Zazz isn't really that big of a deal.
I can't believe it!
Yeah, this is it for Act 4 in the 3DS version. Bye-bye! The Wii U version has 4 levels per zone, the 3DS version has 3 levels, and a boss fight. And the boss fights are usually under like 2-3 minutes, so they're not a big chunk of time fighting these guys. But, yeah.
Alright, we good to go or what, Tails?
I've built a TV out of paper clips.
Yeah.
And reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick.
I know.
So look, fixing a propeller on a biplane? That's about as difficult as taking a nap.
Okay, I didn't need your whole life story. A simple good to go would have been cool.
All right. Good to go!
Cool!
And that's all the Circus Tents. That is all of Windy Hill. Collecting all of the red rings in this zone unlocked me the green Chaos Emerald. Booyah! Now, Chaos Emeralds are unlocked very differently in the 3DS version, and I will be showing that off in the next video. And I do not like how you get the Chaos Emeralds. No, I do not. Not in the next video. I mean, the method is better. It's just the act of getting them is so much worse, and I really, really don't like it. But, the Circus Tents. So, once you unlock a Circus Tent with 5 red rings, you play it, and then you go to another level, and you'll notice I played 3 of them, and those 3 Circus Tents are back. I can play them again. I already have more than 1,500 flickies right now, and I could easily play those Circus Tents, all 4 of them, right now, and get even more flickies. Here's the thing about Circus Tents, right? If you've unlocked one, whether it was in Desert Ruins, whether it was in Windy Hill, whether it was in Tropical Coast, that Circus Tent is available to retry over and over and over again. I'm saying that, like, if you're trying to get 5,000 flickies, I'm not telling you to be a red ring master hunter, you know? You don't have to find every single red ring in every single zone. You only need 5 from a zone. You can get 3 in one act, 2 in the next act. It really doesn't matter. You just need 5 from a zone, and you'll get a Circus Tent. And every time you play a new level and go back, that Circus Tent usually respawns, and you can get a whole bunch of flickies from that one Circus Tent. You could collect 5 red rings the whole entire game, and as long as you just keep coming back to that Circus Tent every level or so, you will get 5,000 flickies, no problem whatsoever. I'm telling you, it is super easy, especially with Desert Ruins minigames, which are so much more fun to play, and you'll get a lot more flickies through that particular circus events. But, yeah. Anyway, folks, we beat the first of the Deadly 6. We're going to meet the second one later in our next zone, Desert Ruins. See you in part 4.